guys, welcome back or welcome to the channel. It's Antonia's Easy Nails. So today I am going to be doing a full set. I did go through my polishes just to see what brown tones I have. Now mind you, I do need to get some more. I need to get some more of these Xeijayi ones, especially the sets that they have. And here is what we came up with. These colors are stunning. I don't even know what happened there, but that design is actually kind of cute. This shade right here, which is a cool tone, is this China Glaze shade in Throne and the shade Throne and Shade. Loves You a Latte, which is a nice warm tone brown. Don't get derailed, which okay, like a grayish green, like an army green with a gray undertone. This next shade, which is definitely my least favorite because of how streaky it is. This is the new color in the shade 976. It's such a pretty pale nude, but it is streaky. I did apply 2 coats, 997. And by the way, the two-tone is from the polishes sitting for too long. I did shake all of them up and it's just staying like this, but it still came out looking the way it's supposed to. 904, and again, it's two-tone just because it's been sitting for a while. Now, I think it did kind of change the tone of this one up a little bit. It was this more green, but because it's been sitting, even though I shook it and mixed it, it gave it a little bit of a greenish brown, which is still not bad. It's almost like that army tone. 2 outer shades are gonna be the Xeijayi, MO62, the MO69. Now, the type of nails that I'm gonna have to use is not what I have in mind. I'm gonna be using the nail extensions in OM01. These are more of like the round oval style. What type of tips was I going for? More of like the, what are these, like the stiletto? I don't think they're like as long as stiletto tips, but yeah, I was going for more like that, but we're gonna have to go for more of like the round oval shape because I'm all out of my sizes. I was doing a lot of different nail videos on my main channel, so I did use a lot of my nails and forgot to pick up some more. A couple of my nail glues dried and I didn't go out and buy any more. So I'm actually going to glue these on with a UV. Using my BT Art Box gel glue. My desk right now is outrageous. I am not going to prep and prime my nails because I do want these to come off easier. To get them to come off easy, if you don't have like a base, like a peel off base, then just don't prep your nails. Get my light ready. I'm just gonna do a quick cure under this lamp and then I'll fully cure under my big BT Art Box lamp. All right, so this is how they turned out. I am gonna go ahead and fully cure them and then also do the other set off camera. Nails are fully cured and put on. I am now going to file them down and just kind of shape them how I want to. Ooh, that side is a little too hard. I'm using my BT Art Box nail file, 100 over 180 grit. The 180 grit is like too rough on a nail sometimes. So I'm just gonna take the 100 side. If you're ever struggling with how to file your nails right, just go up against your skin, press it, and just let it pretty much do the work for you. One thing about it is I'm not gonna sit here and take clippers though, like nail clippers and clip the sides and stuff like that. I can't do that. Okay, so I think that's kind of how I want them to look. Now I'm just gonna go ahead off camera and do the other side. Tips are done. I went ahead and filed them. I also applied some alcohol to kind of clean up the particles. China Glaze polish in the shade Thorough and Shade as my base, but I don't know if I should mix a little bit in with top coat. I do not have an extra brush, so I think I'm just gonna use, oh, I think I do actually. BT Art Box top coat. Here's what we got. I'm just using this extra brush. Okay, I think that's good. Very pretty nude that's, again, a little bit cool tone, but it's not like a gray cool tone. Like, you can still see that brown in there. There's the nails. It definitely looks like they're kind of leveling themselves out, because at first I was like, that's a little streaky. I mentioned before in my previous video, always make sure to go underneath each nail just in case the polish did run. That is such a pretty nude. Nails are done. I went ahead and cured them under my UV lamp, and they are nice and cured. They're not like fully cured to the point where I'd just be able to do this and take off. Like, you would still need top coat, but they're cured, like, you know, no smudging or anything like that. So if you are the type that does not want to use gel polishes, but you want your regular polishes to dry quick without waiting with a fan and stuff like that, just buy a UV top coat, mix it in with your regular polish, and it'll cure it quickly. In the shade MO62, which is that milky white. Make sure it's coated. And we're probably gonna do like a French tip. Not too much, not too much. I need to tell myself, never too much. Less than what you think. So I think I'm gonna stop it right by the skin, like where my skin is at, and then take it around like that. Okay. Now just paint the rest of the nail with this. And this is the best part about using gel polishes, is that it'll give you time to work with it. And by the way, this brush right here is actually from a Temu set. I'm gonna cure this right quick. The whole 30 or 60 seconds, yeah. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this next one? This is how the two look. So that's what we got so far. I think what I'm gonna do next is kind of like ombre. Take this eyeshadow palette that I've used on my nails before. This is the Lady Bouquet colorful palette, but it's super pigmented. And I'm gonna start off with the shade Pecan right here, which is a brown. They do have nail polish or nail palettes that have these pigments in there, but if you got eyeshadow and it works, use it. I'm also going to take that brown that was right next to it, a little bit of apricot, which is an orange, and we're gonna apply that right on top. I want to try one of these nail stickers, so I think what I might do is take that. Yeah, see, like that. So that is what I wanted to do there. Top coat this right now. Let me make sure it's smoothed down on a nail, just to make sure things are laying right. Kudos to the people who can do the same design on the opposite nail that they did on the other nail, because with my dominant hand, ain't no way I could sit here, like, you know, you get it. Next nail, which is the pointer nail. I think I want to do this design that I tried, very similar to that, but it's the tortoise shell. Which one do I want to use today? Yeah, the China glaze is too dark. And this Maniology in the black. Two sides to the dotting tool. Use the smaller ball on this side. But first we're going to use the blooming gel. And of course, with the blooming gel, if you don't know about it, what you do is you just apply a small amount. Do not apply a whole lot because it will kind of run. But apply it all over the nail, taking the smaller side, and then of course it's going to bloom. from the brush. And this Maniology, it spreads a lot, so you have to be careful. All right, is that enough? Apply a little bit right there, and a little bit right there, and a little bit right there. Let me see. And then I'm gonna cure it. I'm gonna use the cat eye. And this is the cool part about if you don't have like the jelly polish, take the cat eye polish and you wipe the slate clean. In the shade number 8, apply it on the whole nail. Take your magnet. So of course you could play, oh, wrong side. Of course you could play around with it, keep it like this. I might just keep it like that because I kind of like the cat eye. But if you just want the slate clean and you want that jelly look, there you go. You could do the jelly with the cat eye. I might do like half cat eye, half jelly. Oh yeah, right there. And we're also gonna have to top coat that. I think I want that to be the base color because it's very similar to this. Lasts longer while I'm trying to use it. Let's create this border. My hand very often shakes, so it's hard for me to get crisp lines. I did the border. I also brought it down some. The milky white to draw the flower. This one little piece. Okay, that's about as good as it's gonna get. I can't do no more. Take the brush. Cat eye and probably put it in the center. How people do the ombre, I think I'm gonna use that. I put a little bit of the cat eye right here. So now I'm going to just take some of that. There's my magnet. I think I'm gonna add 2 of the smallest crystals. I'm gonna add these flakes too, because I do have gold flakes. There is that. What I'm gonna do for this nail, because this is not happening. I'm gonna take these little flower charms and kind of use a big one in the middle and then 2 smaller ones on the outer part. Dang, thing is huge. And then I'm gonna use my handheld mirror to cure this. Handheld mirror, handheld UV light to cure this. Because the white was too stark, I went back in with that cat eye polish and I also dabbed some, or especially with the gold flakes. I just felt like the, let's see, is this gonna shine? Oh yeah, it is moving. That's how it looks with the cat eye. Camera died. I went ahead and did the last 2 nails off camera on this hand. So I added the lines similar to the one around here, but more so in the center focus with the blushy tone, but it's brown. And then I also did a chrome. Already blushified this, but again, I went for a brown. Draw a line straight across. Then we're gonna curve the line from here and then draw it on this outer part. Do a thin line from about halfway on the edge of the nail going up. I said thin. And then same thing over here. Let's just go ahead and do the line. And then you just want to make half of it curve. And then the other half down and up. Okay, like that. I used a holographic one. I think the third size up. So one of these. And then 4 of the small gold ones. Let's start off by taking the big charm and putting that right there. Then for the smaller ones, I like taking this skinnier side because it's easier to maneuver them around like that. Make sure these are flipped over. That definitely came out better on this nail. It's like literally the first time that a nail that I did on camera came out better on camera than off. And make sure that you don't apply any, or at least not too much, on top of the crystals, because it'll kind of take away the shine. It won't fully take it away, but it does dull it out a little bit. So I'm just gonna rub it off. And when you top coat it with the crystals on, try to go around them, but like get in between. For the last nail, I'm gonna go in with the Russian matte top coat, just to mattify it. My Xeijayi Botany Can Gel and a little brush. You can honestly do whatever line you want, but I'm kind of doing like a figure 8. And once we have that applied, you can just go ahead and cure it using this Mayron metallic powder in gold. It really works good to apply on the nails. And once that's cured, I'm just gonna take it on this sponge and rub it on. And then we just take the rest off with a brush. We'll add a top coat. Instead of adding the gel glue, because it's just like one little crystal, I'm gonna add I think it's the third one that I added. Put that right in the center. Yeah. So on this finger, it's wider at the bottom, and on this one, it's wider at the top, just because. Once that is fully cured, I am gonna go ahead and clean up my workspace, come back on, and I will show you guys the completed and final nail look. And these are my nails, all complete. I love them. Definitely need a little bit more practice here and there on, out of all of them, this is, I mean, obviously my favorite nail. Whose favorite nail wouldn't this be, honestly? Love how they still turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take some inspiration from what I did today, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.